Okay, I've never been made a host. This is the first time, but it is recording.
Okay.
Right.
Hi everyone. So this is the demonstration of the storybook alignment. I'm going to douse through 38 story, but first thing I do is ask, do I have permission to do a balance for the world using storybook alignment? And I simply ask, well, I don't ask the pendulum, but I use the pendulum as a tool to allow me to see whether or not I have permission, and I get a yes. Is it in the first 10? The yes. The first 5? No. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. So story number 10. What is story number 10? Okay, so for the world right now, the story for the world is the story of Faust.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the story of Faust?
I should, because it's Goethe, isn't it? And Goethe
yeah.
was German. But I think when I was young and we were introduced these kind of literature, that kind of German was just too over my head. So no, I'm not very familiar.
Yeah, it is written in quite a dense manner. It is hard to slog through. Let me read you the synopsis of the story and just see what you take in, okay? If you don't mind being the reflector for the whole world, because obviously you are.
Oh my God, don't give me that such burden.
I mean, offer first of all your subjective feeling connected to it, but also the larger feeling, because you are part of the much larger picture as well.
Sure, thank you.
So Faust. The story concerns Faust in his quest for the true essence of life. Frustrated with learning and the limits of his knowledge and power, he attracts the attention of the devil, who makes a bet with Faust that he'll be able to satisfy him, a notion that Faust is incredibly reluctant towards, as he believes this happy zenith will never come. In the first part, the devil leads Faust through experiences that culminate in a lustful relationship with Gretchen, an innocent young woman. Gretchen and her family are destroyed by Mephistopheles and his deception. Part 1 of the story ends in tragedy for Faust, as Gretchen is saved, but Faust is left to grieve and shame. The second part begins with the spirits of the earth forgiving Faust and the rest of mankind, and the progress. Never mind. Faust and his devil pass through and manipulate the world of politics and the world of the classical gods, and meet with Helen of Troy, being the personification of beauty. Finally, having succeeded in taming the very forces of war and nature, Faust experiences a singular moment of true happiness. The devil tries to seize Faust's soul when he dies after this moment of happiness, but is frustrated and enraged when angels intervene due to God's grace. Through this grace, though this grace is truly gratuitous and does not condone Faust's frequent errors perpetrated with Mephistopheles, the angels state that this grace can only occur because Faust's unending striving and due to the intercession of the forgiving Gretchen. The final scene has Faust's soul carried to heaven in the presence of God, with the Virgin Mother, the goddess who is kind and forever, and the embodiment of eternal womanhood. The goddess is thus victorious over Mephistopheles, who had insisted at Faust's death that he would be consigned to an eternal empty life. And that's where the story ends, with Faust going up to heaven, being escorted by angels and the spirit of Gretchen. So, take that in. Why on earth would that be a story for the world right now?
Oh, I have an instant association. And my association is that we humans have acted not in a very good way. We have exploited the planet. We have exploited everything, the resources, each other. If you want, even greed and power and domination and putting others down, and this whole lot seems to be the first part of the story, because it seems so attractive for many people to be powerful. And I can only be powerful, not me, of course, but I can only be powerful by putting my power over others, by suppressing others. So there is probably better words in English than that escape me right now. But the first part of the story really means, to me, all the exploitation that we have done on so many levels for such a long time. And we wouldn't have done it if it wouldn't have been attractive and if we wouldn't have been yearning for something. And the second part, how it resonates with me, is that, and maybe there's a correlation with this COVID-19 here. The second part to me means you can be forgiven. You have a opportunity to redeem yourself, not just individually, but human mankind can redeem itself by becoming conscious and changing our ways and honoring Mother Earth. And so the story ends by, as you say, being escorted by angels to the heavens. And so the way I see the story is, if we can change our ways and we put more kindness in humankind, then maybe we can transcend to another consciousness that could be near heavenly, because there would be more loving, more understanding, more kindness, more compassion.
Yeah. As you say that, it seems very applicable to the world nowadays. And of course, this current life that we're living, power is often attributed to money. So, how we sell our soul to the devil for that power.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so at this stage, what I would do is I would get the client, or the world in this case, to just feel it and take it in and see what emotion comes up. Because in life alignment, we don't actually work with the story, we work with how it makes you feel.
So are you asking me how I feel?
Exactly.
On behalf of the whole world? Wow. I feel a huge amount of sadness. Huge. I actually have tears in my eyes. Huge amount of sadness, and it's bordering hopelessness. It's bordering, but I'm only one. How can my story, my action have an effect if there are so many others? And if we don't do this together, then how can we affect a change? So it's almost bordering a resignation, a sadness, a hopelessness. Yeah, that's what I feel.
So feel that. Take that sadness into your body. That hopelessness.
That's going down to hell.
Very applicable.
That's the end. That's the end of it. That's the many civilizations have crashed because of them becoming too eager in consumption of whatever it is. So what I feel is that this crash, if I can call it that, feels almost imminent if we continue this way.
So I imagine most people in the world feel like you do. But not everyone will. They'll have different aspects of the story that they're attached to. So I would then douse for a question to help. So in life alignment, that's considered the blockage, that which is holding us back from achieving whatever it is that we want to achieve. So I then douse through a list of questions, and the question that came up is ask for help. And it's not going to be everyone is going to ask for help from the same being, person, whatever. So I advise everyone who's listening to this, take the question in their own way. Just take a moment, connect to yourself, connect to the universe, your place in the universe, and simply ask for help and see what comes back to you. See what responds to your request for help. And Claudia, if you wouldn't mind doing the same.
My immediate inner response was, you doubt your inner strength. Believe in your inner strength.
So feel that. Feel your inner strength.
Yeah, I do usually.
And make a commitment to it now.
It's still, the question still remains, I'm a singular cell of this cosmos. How can my strength, unless everybody is joining in some or other way, how can my strength make an impact on the change?
Right. So for a moment, I'm going to make this a little bit personal, if you don't mind. So there's a specific question, it seems, for you.
Okay.
Okay. It's connect to a guide. Do you work with guides?
I don't, I've never really had a feeling that I have a connection with guides. I'm not against them. I do believe that they exist. I even believe that there might exist for me, but I have no knowledge that I have any present connection with any guide.
Okay. So, for a moment, just take that in and send your request out there and ask to connect. And it says guide teacher on the list. So I don't know what that means to you. Just take it in and see what comes through. Ask for help from a guide stroke teacher.
Okay.
And specifically ask the question about being one small part of a larger entity. What difference can you make?
So you want my reaction to that?
Yeah.
That my internal reaction to that.
And whatever wisdom comes through from outside.
So if I ever have connected to any entity, when there be a few, but it's usually on my travels. I think it was Serapis Bay, and he's a very strong kind of entity, isn't he? Controversial even. It has to start with someone. It has to start with someone. Don't give up because you think you are the only one. Because if you give up, others will give up. But if you don't give up and you rely on your strength and wherever your strength can be fueled with, that might inspire other people to do the same if they're not doing it already. That's what comes up for me. And it seems to be huge. It seems to be it seems to be reaching much further than the Earth.
Thank you very much. Feel that. Feel
I'm
those
feeling
words.
a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling very small right now, and yet as an important puzzle piece. Yeah. Mm.
Let those words resonate through the chamber of your body. Feel the power of them.
There's more. It's actually what I hear, or what I is, we count on you. We have to count on everybody. Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
We all have to make our personal stands.
Yeah.
And if no one does, no one will.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's all a personal war. Battle. Let's not say war. So let those words resonate through the chamber of your body. And feel, even though you feel so small, you are an essential cog in a much larger plan.
Yeah.
And your light is essential
Yeah.
in making that move forward.
Yeah.
And just
And
invite
everybody
in that
should
light.
know that. Yeah. Everybody should know that. Everybody should feel that. Mm.
Okay, so the final question for the global balance is taking responsibility, which of course once again will be different for everyone. Their boundaries they have to create. So for you, with the responsibility of being a being of light and standing for light, feel your responsibility to that and make a choice. And everyone else do the same thing.
You know that Michael Jackson song, where they make this human chain around the globe?
Right.
That comes up to me, that responsibility normally has a connotation of hard work, or no fun, or alone, you know. But this time it's different. I see this human chain, you know, kind of, we do this together. I'm not alone in this. That's how it feels to me. It's actually quite exciting. It's actually quite joyful.
It is.
Mm.
Quite bubbly myself.
Oh.
So that's it.
Okay.
And that would be the global balance done.
Okay. So are you basically then saying we have somehow shifted or altered the global consciousness to a degree?
I think in this particular case, we've more focused on you and me, because I definitely feel quite bubbly about it as well. And no doubt anyone who watches this video will also be participating in that change. But yeah, to a degree, energetically, we have shifted a partial aspect there. And obviously, we're in a realm of free choice. So we can't change anyone unless they choose to change. It must be free choice. Otherwise, it's working for the dark side. You know, that as beings of light, we have complete free choice, and we empower other people to have free choice.
Yeah.
So to a degree, the vibration would have changed globally, but it's still up to the individual to make a choice. Absolutely. As to what they want to do about it, how they're going to make their stand.
Yeah.
You know, and not sell their soul like Faust did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think this is particular, maybe in closing from my side, it's particular interesting because I can assume that many people, as enlightened as they might even think they are, might be caught in fear. They might be caught in these lower frequencies. They might feel unresourceful. They might feel, as I earlier said, helpless or whatever. So the summary that I take away from it is, don't succumb to these frequencies. Find your center, find your strength, and take your personal responsibility and join the team that has the ability to uplift so that we can get carried to the heavens. Yes?
I think you're right. That's it.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
We're
So
all on the ship together.
yes. Yes,
Exactly.
yes, absolutely. So you are fully operational in during these lockdown times?
Yeah, yeah, I've been incredibly busy, in fact.
Yes,
So yeah. So energy knows no bounds. So I'm not limited to working on a client directly.
yes.
And yeah, this work
Okay.
really works well over the internet.
So how do people contact you? Should they wish to do this kind of storytelling alignment or any other alignment, which I can personally vouch for in the past has always helped me to shift through challenges. So how do people contact you?
Thank you for that, Claudia. um, I don't know. Should I give my email address and phone number over the video?
Why not?
Okay.
What's wrong with an email?
Yeah. Okay. Good point. My email address. That's pretty
Yes.
safe. Eh? So it's Jason Harris 72, one word. That's JASONHARRIS 72 at hotmail.com.
Okay, I will also put it once we publish the video. I will also publish the email address with it, and it's good to know because we shouldn't keep, especially in these times, keep the opportunities of healing and overcoming obstacles to ourselves. So thank you, thanks a million for this. This was really enlightening. I was so curious about what this is, and I have a much better understanding now.